make a video about this device. It comes under many names for the VW, and what I've done here is I've connected the auxiliary out in the back of this device to a iPod cable that I connected and got through to the glove box. And one of the nice things you can do if you have one of these iPod cables is that you can kind of hook it up to the auxiliary out. It's very easy, and you can run it to the glove box pretty easily. So it takes just a few minutes. If you're going to install this device, I definitely recommend you do that. And the nice thing is now I can kind of leave the iPod in the glove box, and just kind of pull it out when I need to. Now I can also close the glove box, and it doesn't seem to damage the cable too much. There's kind of a gap here, so it's fine. Now you can use the front iPod connector, and that's great, and I'll show that. But the problem with that is you kind of have a cable there, but the advantage is you get on-screen control of the iPod. If you use the audio, video, and auxiliary from the back, you can get one of those latest cables. Now I have an iPod Touch, and this is a iPod Touch 2G. I got the latest fancy cable, and you have to make sure that when you buy one of these cables, you get the one that supports firmware 2.2. Don't get one of the older ones. And now what I can do is I can grab my iPod Touch here, and I'll go into the menu, hit auxiliary, and then I can go into, for example, a podcast and hit play. And what you'll notice is that not only is the audio coming out of my iPod, and right now I have it on mute, but the audio is coming out of the iPod, but it's also playing the video on the screen. So just if you want to play some videos or stuff, you can do that. Now another cool thing I've done is that if you plug this latest generation iPod in the front connector, you will not get charging. But if you do it to the rear, what I did is I bought this connector, and it has the iPod plug, it has USB, it has left-right audio and component video. And what you can do is you can plug all these three to the auxiliary, and then you can plug this to basically a USB charger for the iPod. And this is an adapter that you would plug in a cigarette lighter in front on the dash. But what I've done is I've kind of hacked it so that the adapter is actually connected to the 12 volt in the back of this unit. So the adapter that you would normally find in front here is actually connected to the back of the unit, hidden underneath the dash. And so this cable has basically, it's a latest generation cable, latest generation charger, and it will play video and audio. So of course you don't get the control on screen, but you get a couple of other benefits of doing this. Now, just for hell of it, if you guys have not seen, right now there's no iPod connector, so iPod is disabled. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to demonstrate the front connector, just so you guys get a feel for it. Now, this is not a standard USB a plug in the front. It's actually an augmented USB plug because it has video and audio support. But the problem is the video support is probably the old style. So you need to use the cable that comes with the unit. And I'm just going to go plug it in. And when you're going to see that when I plug it in, it's going to switch over automatically. So as soon as I plug it in here, there you go. Then it detects that the iPod is plugged in, displays a list of songs, and you can switch the songs back and forth by kind of using these buttons, the next and forward, or you can move this dial, and then you press down on the dial to play the song. Now, in the case of my iPod Touch 2G, the video, even if you hit the video button, and you play a clip that has video, it will not display here. And that's most likely because the cable here is not compliant with the latest firmware for this device. So if you want to plug the iPod in front, you get control on screen, but probably not video, especially not on this generation. If you plug it in the rear, you could put it in your glove compartment, keep the cable kind of stashed away. You get video support, you get charge support. In this case, you'll notice here I don't have charge support right now because the front connector is not compatible with these units. Okay, well, that's a quick look at connecting the iPod to this device. I hope you enjoyed it.